Yes, I am wearing gloves again. Some of you guys are just too immature to get past the fact that I have tattoos and I have guns. Oh god, a guy with guns and tattoos. These are actually the gloves that I arrest people in. So, you know, take that for what you will. This is basically CZ's follow-up for the USPSA shooters that kind of wanted something a little bit more from the SP01. And I kind of think they really hit their mark. So this is the box, very similar to all boxes that CZ's come in. And let's break in. I have seen this in the store, obviously, but first and foremost, we're going to set this aside, and I'm going to rip my tag off. Alright, so in the box, watch this. It's 9mm now, but if you flip it over, it's 40! Boom, 40 cal. Now hang on, hang on. Ready for this? 9. Boom, 40 cal. Check it out. Wait. 9. 49. You guys said I didn't know anything about guns. So with the pistol, we get one 18-round extended mag. Very nice looking. As well as two 17-round flesh-fitting mags. Very nice. In typical fashion, we are going to safety check the weapon. It is in fact clear. Verify with me, guys. We are clear. No mag. This gun has never been shot. It's straight from the factory, but you never know. Let's put a mag in there just because it looks cool. So you guys who are already looking into this gun know probably everything there is to know about it, but I'm just kind of showing you mine. The mag release has 3 positions of adjustability, and for you left-handed shooters out there, it is obviously swappable to the left-hand side. Everything on this gun has ambi controls or ambi swappable controls. I hate it when people say something is ambi if it's swappable, because it's obviously not ambi, it's ambiable. Palm swell. Well, I can't feel too great with gloves on, but you guys wish you didn't talk so much shit about my hands. But it does feel incredible in hand, I will tell you that. And again, that's just my hand. I have big hands, so you might vary. The checkering on the front is super smooth, wish they were more aggressive about that. Grips are aluminum, so everything on this gun is definitely competition oriented. Nothing about this gun has anything to do with combat tacticalness at all. And that's very apparent in its weight. It is a complete steel frame, steel slide, steel everything, aluminum grips. Nothing on this gun is light. This gun weighs in at just under 47 ounces. That's a very heavy, heavy gun. So, that said, if you are buying this gun for competition, which is why I bought it, go you. I think you made a good choice. Again, let's mag out and make sure that we are clear. We are. Okay, so our hammer's back. Now it's on safe. Nothing happens. Safety off. Goes boom. Now, something that immediately drew me to this gun was how incredibly smooth the double action was. You're just going to have to take my word for it. It's incredibly smooth, incredibly light, very predictable, but we don't have a decocker. So a lot of guys griped about the fact that guns like the P07 have a decocker. Okay, cocked, decocked. Not the case with this. You can't drop the hammer with it on safe. You do actually have to drop the hammer manually by pinching and then put the weapon on safe. That is if you are going to have the hammer forward and shoot from double action then rock single action. So that said, it has a really awesome double action pull. Why doesn't it have a decocker? Again, competition gun. You know, some guys might wanna, I don't know. Why they didn't give us a decocker, couldn't tell you. But I will tell you that double action is incredibly smooth. and single action is amazing. So we have first stage, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nothing's happening. You can't really see because I'm wearing gloves. Again, thank you guys. Break. So again, why would they give us the option of having double action only without a decocker? Competition pistol. That's the only answer there is. Otherwise, it would have just been an internal hammer or striker fired. You know? I guess this would be the gun for guys who wanted a 2011 but didn't want a 2011. Ultimately, this is going to be a really awesome range gun and steel gun for me. I by no means at all have any intention of carrying this. Carrying a brick on you would be, well. So for sights, they give us a windage and elevation adjustable anti-glare cut. Just really simple, basic Heine style competition sight. And in the front, just red fiber optic. So nothing combat or fancy about it, just, you know, they're assuming you're shooting out in daylight and you have light to light up your fiber optic. Everything about this gun is extremely, extremely smooth, extremely crisp, feels very refined. For the $1,300 price point, I definitely see where my money went. It's one of those, it drips quality, you know, it has kind of like a timeless feel to it mixed with something you know is just going to be a laser beam, you know? So, included in the box, we get a very sad excuse of a bore brush. Again, comes with 3 mags, 217 and 118. And I'm not making that up. It's actually 18. And again, you guys, you can flip it over. It's 40 cal. I am kidding, for those of you guys who don't know. To my new subscribers, I joke a lot. Apparently, if you have tattoos and you make a joke, people think that you're being serious. I don't know why that is, but I do have somewhat of a sense of humor. A little bit, I like to think. So also included, and I thought this was going to be kind of like the P07 thing where you have the option of having single action and then lift up for a safety, because if you watch right there, right there, so that would be safety off, safety on, and single action only, but obviously I put the decocker in. I thought that maybe I was wrong in everything that I read and this was going to be a decocker. It is not. It's just an extended safety. That's it. It's not a decocker, I promise. They give us Allen wrenches that are, well, every Allen wrench you could possibly need for the entire gun, I'm assuming. And they give us a whole bunch of extra recoil buffers, which is nice of them. So takedown marks are right there in the slide. Going to push everything together. Let's see if I can do this with gloves on. Again, thank you, assholes. Alright, my icky tattoos were covered. Don't you worry. So, let the hammer fall forward and see if that's going to work. And it did. Nice. So inside the frame, we have an almost completely full rail on that side and on that side. Everything is very, very, very nicely built. Everything just looks incredibly high quality. I mean, there really isn't much more to say than that. If this selector is anything like my P07, it's a gigantic pain in the ass to remove. However, now that I'm looking at it, you notice how there's no pins on there. On this one, it looks like you may actually be able to just punch this one out. Could be wrong. I am actually going to put the oversized one on here, just because this is a little too small. And I will let you guys know before I end the video how hard it was to do. So set that aside, move on to our recoil assembly. So there's the buffer. And our spring. And our barrel. Very 1911-esque with the lugs. And our slide. So the slide is obviously going to be full steel rail, and something you may have noticed, if you know what you're looking at, I obviously don't because I don't know anything about guns, we do not have a drop safety. So something to keep in mind. For you guys who are planning on buying one of these to carry, I would recommend otherwise. Again, that's just me. If you choose to do so, yeah, more power to you, I suppose. Hopefully you don't have any loved ones that you care about that are around you when you drop a gun. Oh, I know, right. You're perfect and you've never done it before. You've never dropped a gun. Only idiots and faggots with tattoos. Okay, reassembly. Bring our notches together. And if you have to force it, it's probably wrong, but I didn't force too hard. And okay, again, no mag, nothing in chamber, function check. Holding the trigger down, rack slide, reset, click, boom. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the selector really quick, and I will let you guys know how much of a pain in the butt it was. Parts are falling out everywhere. So this took an embarrassingly long amount of time. Not even gonna tell you guys. But I very quickly remembered how much I hated doing it on the P07 as soon as I started. And I actually had to watch a video on how to do it, and I was doing it the right way. It's just one of those, it's just really not easy kind of things. I don't know why CZ makes it so freaking difficult. And I had to listen to some guy who, like, you could tell English was his 9th language, and he had some cocky little accent, and I felt like he was mocking me the entire time. But anyways, it wasn't easy, and if I'm being honest, I don't like how big this one is, but I'm never changing it back. It's staying this size. I will get used to it. So yeah, may have scratched my gun tiny little bit. Not a big deal. It is a competition gun. It will be modified and Cerakoted. It's going to be a neon green, actually. So I don't care too much about the fact that I screwed my finish up, but I will tell you guys it's pretty resilient. I was kind of beating the crap out of it. Which leads to another point. The CZ manual looks like it would be super inclusive. And it's like, that's the end of English. The rest of this is like 9 different versions of French. So also included in the box, you would do, in fact, get a warranty card, and they give you some random odds and ends as far as tools go. Close your eyes, you might be able to see my tattoos. But yeah, very, very quickly remembered why I never went back to single action only on my P07. It sucked. It absolutely sucked. It was not fun at all. But it's done, and it is better than the little flat, almost non-existent one that was on the other side before. So, 'tis what it is. So anyways, guys, can't say enough about how much I enjoy this mag release. It is really nice. It's in a great spot. How it came out of the box is perfect. Feels great to me. I'm not going to change it because I will drive myself nuts trying to figure out which one I like best out of the 3. I'm just leaving it as is. As with, I do the same thing with my Glocks. Sometimes I feel like, oh man, I might actually feel like putting a back strap on this time, and I'll spend, you know, a week going through different back straps. My wife will eventually just have to take them from me. So now it's actually kind of a ritual that if I buy a new Glock, she takes my back straps and throws them away. Saves me from going all super OCD. So those of you guys who are looking at the CZ Shadow 2, I can tell you right out of the box, I highly recommend it for $1,300. It's a lot cheaper than your STIs and all of your other competition guns, but more importantly, it feels super quality. It doesn't have a lower plastic frame like an STI does. It feels like something that's going to last a very long time. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. Today is the 5th. Yeah, today is the 5th of January. Happy New Year, by the way. And I'm going to get this Cerakoted soon. I don't know if I'm going to wait until I'm done getting it Cerakoted and make this kind of like a longer video, or just get the initial unboxing. Boom, here's a CZ Shadow video out there. So if I don't wait around, well, here is the Shadow. First impressions are that it is freaking awesome. So, quick note to end this video on. Someone in the comment section of another video said, low budget piece of shit. And I wanted to say thank you to that guy. I really did. Yes, I am low budget. I have no sponsorships. I'm selling you nothing. I'm not telling you to do one thing or another. I'm letting you guys decide. If you happened upon my video, you searched CZ Shadow. Congratulations, you found mine. This is my opinion. I paid my own money for it. I own it. And no, I'm not selling this to anyone. This isn't for sale. This is my gun. So yeah, I am low budget because I'm not a manufacturer. I'm not a reseller. I'm just a guy on YouTube with a shit ton of money who really loves guns, and I enjoy sharing things with you guys. If any of you have a problem with that, please, please, please go and